It's an interesting question. I think it was interesting, Vanessa, to hear you say that institutional turnaround took 6 years, um, because I'm 5 years into presidency. And uh, I do feel as if the first 4 years were all about making sure people knew that this college um, was on strong footing, that we were demonstrating growth, um, that we made good on the promise to move, and that we did that while remaining true to the Boston roots of an organization that was actually founded in 1790 by Benjamin Franklin, who left money to the city of Boston for two purposes: to advance apprenticeship for those who wanted it. Not exactly for people who look like me, but that's okay, because we've changed that now. And also to advance entrepreneurship for people who already had a trade. And interestingly enough, I felt as if, and so did the board who hired me, we needed to run as fast as we could because we had been moving at this pace of privilege. The intention to sell our South End site, build a new site somewhere. We hadn't purchased the Roxbury site. We purchased that in 2019, but I joined the organization in 2018 before that site had been purchased. But that idea had been around for 15 years, 10, 15 years, being socialized in various ways and reported on in various ways and trying, to move the agenda forward. And really, I felt it very important to race, to sprint and say, it's now or never. I became the head leader of this organization at the sort of nadir, the dark days, the pre-vaccine days of COVID, and also in a time that was very different in terms of racial equity and DEI. And we're an organization where most of our students are men of color. And so there was a lot that felt very urgent and still does. But life and death urgency in terms of where we all were in the world. So that's how. And since then, we've had to slow down, because you can't sprint forever. And so, once we hit some certain milestones, it was important that we paced ourselves as an organization and took a different, hit a different stride. And that's where we are now. So we're still moving at pace. Our building will be finished in November. We'll move in January. But to sprint all the time is not sustainable. And so it's interesting and a challenge to be continuing to present urgency and also to privilege rest and reflection, which are important for longevity in this work.